Hi guys, good evening, all of you. All of you are able to hear me and see me. I hope it is clear, all of you. Please confirm whether you are able to see me, hear me. Okay. So let's get started with today's agenda. So we'll be doing DI today. The basics of DI will be starting with. So I'll be giving you some basic idea of different type of interpretation, yeah, different type of data representation. So let's get started. I hope the voice is clear. So before going to the topic, let us understand little bit of you can say definition, yeah, different terms and their meaning. So let us say data, that is uh, coming from a Greek word datum. So data means a piece of information. Yeah. So when we say data, that is the plural of datum. So that means a lot of data that is present. Yeah, a lot of information that is present. That is called data. So data can be primary data or a secondary data. So what is a primary data? So let us say uh, you are collecting some data. Yeah, let us say you are present in a class. I'll be taking the number of students present in this class. So let us say there are 15 students that is present. So that will be direct data. But if I'll be using some from primary data to, I'll be calculating some different data of the students. For example, what was the attendance today? What was the attendance yesterday or in the last class? What is the age of each of the student? What is the height of each student? And what is the average height? What is the average weight, average? All these things will be called as a secondary data. Yeah, the first that data is called the primary data, Isa. And the secondary data is whatever is derived from the primary data. Yeah, whatever more information you are collecting from the primary data using the primary data. So what is data analysis or interpretation? So if you are drawing any conclusion, yeah, if you are finding something from the data and representing that in a tabular format or representing that in graphs, etc., that from there you are doing data analysis or data interpretation. Yeah, so representing that is we'll be learning in form of tables, graph, pie charts, caselet, and different types of three-dimensional figures, etc. Yeah, so this is it for the basic. If you want to take a screenshot, that is well and good, though it is not very much essential. It will be not being asked, but if you want to write take a screenshot, you can. So let us see the first example. So this is an example of table. So all of you try this first, then we'll be discussing this. So try this in EOA. So I'll be telling you how to calculate this without calculation. Yeah, how you can uh, do this effortlessly. Yeah, let us see this. All of you just try this and write your answer in the chat box. All of you trying this? I hope it is audible, everyone. So those who have calculating this, Sagarika and Parth, you got this. So I'll be just asking whether you have calculated the total. Yeah, you have not done the totaling.
So I have done the calculation, means I've done the total of all three subjects of each individual.
Yeah, okay, I got it. What about Sagarika? You can unmute. Yeah, you have done the total. Okay, since you have done the total, let us see this. I'll be getting this without doing the total. Let us see this. This is 65, this is 95, this is 75. So which one is highest? Resma is highest. So if you compare 65 and 95, so Resma has a delta of how much? Delta of 30. And if you compare this and this, Resma has a delta of 20. So we are just getting Resma has a plus 30 over here. So if you compare Resma and Rajini, Resma has a plus 20 delta. So if you compare this and this, so how much you will be getting? Resma has a delta of minus 10. And if you compare this and this will be giving you a delta of plus 10. So if you compare this and this will be delta of plus 10. If you compare this will be a delta of plus 5. So if you can see that this minus 10 and plus 10 got cancelled, still Resma is the highest. So do you need the total? No, you do not need. So this is how you'll be saving the time. So Resma is going to highest. I hope it is clear. All of you getting this method?
Sir, can you please repeat?
So just see this. For what I am doing this is just since I can see that Resma is highest. So I'll be calculating Resma and Raspi and I'll be calculating the delta. Delta means the extra value that is there for Resma between Rasmi and Resma. So if we see Resma has a plus 30 over Resma, Resma has a plus 30 over Rasmi. Similarly, you can say Resma has a plus 20 over Rajni. Can you say this? So similar calculation, I'll be doing this. Tanishka, are you getting this now? Sagrika, and who else?
Yes, got it.
Who else has asked this?
Yes,
Sanjana?
sir, got it.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So similarly, you can do the same thing. And if I see the second one, that if you can see that Resma is 10 less and this is 10 more. So I can say Resma has a minus 10 delta and over this and this, Resma has a plus 10 delta. Yeah. So over this, if I compare, Resma has a plus 10 delta between 50 and 60 and Resma has a plus 5 delta. So this minus 10 delta and this plus 10 delta got cancelled. Still, I am getting between this and this, Resma and Resma is the highest. And if I am comparing this, everywhere between Rajmi and Resma, Resma is the highest. So I do not need to calculate this unless it is asked. Yeah. So this is going to give you the answer as Resma. All of you clear it on this? Very basic thing. Just you need to calculate the delta. Akshat, Aniket, Atharv, Ayushi, Deep, Duha, Isa, Parth, Rajeshwari, Sarisa, Sija, Sukhmit, Tanisa, Tejasri, yes. Yeah, okay. If it is clear, all of you answer the second question and tell me what is the answer. All of you try the second question and tell me what is the answer. All of you try this and tell me answer. Are you getting this or not? So let us see the next question. What is given over here? The marks scored by Resma in science is what percentage of mark score in social? So Resma in science. So I'm erasing this one. So I'll be coming to Resma in science. That is 75. Is what percent of the mark is scored in social? What is Resma social mark? That is 60. So I have told one thing, whenever you have a percentage, after of or after than whatever is written, that will be in the base or in the denominator. So Resma science, that is nothing but 75. Is what percent of the mark that is scored in social? That is 75 is what percentage of 60? 75 on a base of 60 in percentage, that is going to how much? So I'll be multiplying 100. So if I see this is nothing but 5 by 4, 5 by 4 in percentage, that is going to 125 percentage. Yeah, you can cancel this, you'll be getting the answer. I hope it is clear, all of you. Is it clear? All of you, please answer this.
Sir, could you please uh, again explain it?
Yeah, so what is being asked? Resma science is what percentage of Resma social? So science is what percentage of social? So if you see Resma has a science mark, that is 75
Hmm.
on a base of 60, because it is asking science is what percent of social. So whatever is in the base or whatever is written after the preposition of, then that will be in the base or that will be in the denominator. So 75 is what percentage of 60? That is the question.
Okay, sir.
All others, please tell me whether this is clear or not.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So let us move ahead. So this was the table. Now we'll be looking at a bar graph. Yeah. So these values are already given if it is not given. So for example, let us say this value is not written. So if you see, just align this in the same line, you can see that this is in the middle. So this value will be 65. Though it is written, that is well and good. If it will be not written, then you have to find by aligning with the line. If you see, this is exactly in between 80 and 90. So this is 85. And if you see this is exactly aligned to 50. So this is going to 50. So like that, you have to get, though it is some cases it will be written, in some cases it will be not written. So you have to get that. So if that is clear, I hope you can try this. So you can see this mathematics is written as the this lines. Yeah, and this is the plane one is science. So one is a horizontal line, the other one is a vertical line. So accordingly, you can try. I hope all of you done with percentage. Anybody who have not done percentage can write in the chat box. Anybody who is there has not done percentage? All of you trying this? Are you able to get this or not? Please just let me know. All of you trying this? Just write that in the chat box. All of you are able to hear me? Guys, give responses whether okay. So since you are taking time for this, so I'll be explaining this. So the total marks scored by Rasmi. So it is asking about the total mark. Is what percent more or less than Rajni? Yeah. So though it is asking about Rasmi and Rajni, the total mark. So I am not required to find out the total mark of Rasmi. Why? Because it is asking how much it is more than Rajni. So Rajni will be the best in the base. So that is 75 and 65. That is 140 and 55. That is 195. 195, and this is going to how much more? Yeah, how much more or less? So if you see, this is 65, this is 75, this is plus 10, and this is 85, and this is 65. So can you say this is minus 20? So I'm just calculating the delta for Rajni. And this is 50, this is 55. So this is plus 5. So plus 15 and minus 20. So can I say the delta is minus 5? So minus means Rajni will be 5 less on a base of 195. This into 100. So can you, all of you can convert this into percentage? All of you. Just tell me whether you can do this or not. And tell me after calculating how much you are getting. You can get this. That is going to, no, that is not correct. That is not correct. Sagarika. So this is nothing but you have to do simply divide 500 by 195. So this will be close to 2 point something. Yeah. So if you can cancel this, that also you can do. So 5, if you cancel this, 539 there. Yeah. So if you divide 100 by 39, 39 2s are 78. So we'll be getting around 2.56. So that will be the answer. All of you getting this? So what I have told, yeah, what I have told that after than or of whatever is written, that will be in the base. So after than, Rajni's total score will be in the base, and Rasmi will be how much more or less than that. So you do not need to calculate Rasmi's total score. If you are getting the delta, that Rasmi and Rajni, so I know that Rajni and Rasmi, the difference is 5, the total. So I can get that. All of you clear on this? Yeah, negative means that is going to less. Negative means that is less. Though it is in calculation, you do not write this as negative. So once I got that is negative, that means that is less.
Sir,
Yes.
so I have a doubt. Why did we take the total of Rajini and not Rashmi?
You can take the total for both the cases and take the difference. Yeah. And here, if you see, this is going to 200. If you add this is
Yes,
going
sir.
to
200.
150 plus 50. Not a difficult, but I am saying I am just showing a different technique that if it is compared with like Rajni and Rajni in the base, then Rajni will be in the denominator. And we have to find only the delta for Rashmi and Rajni. Getting that?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So if you are calculating, this is not going to less, but it is asking the Rajni is what percent more or less. So it is asking about Rajni. So this is minus, Rajni is minus, but Rasmi is more, 5 plus 5 more. So this is going to 5 more on a base of 195. Rasmi is going to more, obviously. So that means that is not going to negative, but that is going to positive. Tanishka, that is not, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So similarly, try the second one or the fourth question. Himanshu, we are just starting the basics only. So we have done one question. So we are just, this is based on percentage more, percentage less. So if you have done percentage well, you should be able to do this. Guys, are you finding this difficult? Just type yes or no, or difficult or moderate, how you are finding this. I just need to understand like how you are able to understand the data. I'll so as per that I'll be keeping my pace. But this is not moderate. This is just the basic one. So after few amount of practice, you'll be finding this. This is very much easy. Yeah. What about the others, guys? Path says moderate. So just write in the chat box how you are finding the data. Okay. So yes says easy. Sanjana says moderate. Sukhmit says moderate. So let us go to the next question. So I'll be erasing this part. So the marks scored by Rajni in social, that is going to how much? That is going to 55. Is what percent less than the C scored in mathematics? So 55 is going to less than mathematics. So mathematics is going to in the base, 75 in the base. Rajni's social is how much less than in mathematics. So if you see, Rajni's social is 55, his mathematics is going to 75. So social is 55. 55 is how much less than 75? How much percentage less than? So if you see, this is 55, this is 75. So can I say this is 20 less on a base of 75, because it is asking on a base of mathematics. How much less? After less than, after than whatever is written, that will be in the denominator or in the base. So I'll be putting that in the base as 75. So this is 20 less on a base of 75 into 100. I can cancel this with 5. 5 4 jar, 5 15 jar. And if I can cancel this with 5, 5 20 jar, 5 3 jar. So this is going to 80 by 3. So how much I'll be getting? I'll be getting 26.66%. So that is my answer, not 6.66. Yes. Minus indicates that is going to negative. Yeah, that is going to less than. Sagarika, I guess you hard corrected the answer. Yeah. All of you clear on this? Yeah, any doubt? All of you please confirm me in the chat box. Or anybody has any doubt, you can unmute and speak up. All clear? Okay. If it is clear, we are moving to the next kind of data. This is called a line graph. Yeah. So you have to see like that. You have to see where this is in lying in between. So yeah, though values are written, so this is a basic uh, kind of representation. So if it is not written, then you have to align this with the y-axis. Yeah, sometimes you can align with the x-axis. So depending on how it is written. Yeah, all of you clear on this? So all of you try the questions we'll be discussing in a while. So all of you are from Mumbai? Yeah, anybody who is outside of Mumbai attending only online sessions? All of you are from Mumbai? Yeah, okay. They are from Thane. Thane is there in Mumbai only, unless you are the interior part of Thane district, that is different, but Thane is there in Mumbai only. If you are from Thane city, that is considered in Mumbai only. So let us see this. The total marks scored by Resma is what percent more than Rajmi? Yeah. So Resma's total you had calculated. So guys, this is going to Rajni, not social. There is just an error that is there. So so it is saying the total mark of Resma. So if you remember, we had calculated this. This is going to how much? 95.75. That is 100 plus 70. 170 plus 60. That is 230. And that is how much more than Rajni. So just see this. This is going to how much? This, if you remember, we had calculated this. This is going to 195. So total marks scored of Resma is what percent more than Rajni. So it is how much more? This is Resma is 35 more. So 35 more on a base of 195. So just calculate this in percentage, you'll be getting the answer. Now, all if you can calculate this. So those who are not getting, just try to calculate this, use your pen and paper. So that will help you to understand the concept. Unless you will be not opening up to calculating using pen and paper without a calculator, then only you can improve your calculation. All if you try this and write down the answers. So you can cancel this with 5. 5 sevens are and 539 are. So just divide 700 by 39. So we will be getting how much will be getting? You'll be getting 17.94. Yes. 17.9495, that is okay. So you can approximate. Yeah. So Sagarika, you just need to approximate till the last two digit after the decimal. You can use the two digits. Yeah, maximum by three digits. So if the answers are given in the two digit, you can approximate to the two digit. All of you clear on this? Anybody has a doubt? Okay. If it is clear, let us try the second one or the sixth question from this. All of you trying this? Yes or no? Please tell me. So what you have in the second question of this? So I am erasing this one. So what is being asked in mathematics? The total marks scored by Rasmi and Rajni together. So which one is mathematics? The diamond one. So this is 65, Rasmi and Rajni. So we'll be going for Rasmi is 65 and Rajni. Rajni is how much? Rajni is 75. That in mathematics. So if you see 65 and 75, 65 and 75, if you add, that is 140. So this is 140 is how much more than that scored by Resma. If you see Resma in mathematics, that is 95. That you have the 95. So can you say this is how much more? This is 45 more on a base of after than whatever is written. After than, this is going to 95. 45 on a base of 95 in percentage, that is going to how much? So 5 nines are and 5 19s are. So this is going to 900 by 19. So if you divide 900 by 20, how much you will be getting this? So if you divide this, this is going to 47.36. I hope this is clear. Yes, Sagarika, it is correct. Very good. Yeah. So if you approximate, so this is around 47.368 because there is a 8. So you can approximate this. Also, you can write 47.37. So 47.3637, whatever you are getting, that is all correct. All of you clear on this? Guys, please respond. Duha, Paul, Parth, Sagarika, Sanjana, Sisa, Tejasri, yes, Taniska, all clear? Yeah, okay. If it is clear, let us move ahead with the next kind of representation. So this is now a table and question is little bit tougher than the previous one. So this is just the data. I am showing you the question. So I have taken all of this in the single phase. So from where here you can try this. Just try the first one. Or if you're trying this, yes or no? Okay. So those who are trying to do all of the calculation, so it is not required to calculate all of this. So let us see how smartly you can do this. So this is the different years data. I do not need to calculate what is the maximum percentage increase every year. So those who are calculating the percentage increase for every year, that is a waste of time. I'll be telling you how to calculate this without so much of calculation. During the given period above, which company recorded maximum increase sales between two consecutive years? So maximum increase. So if you see this, so I'll be just roughly calculating what is the increase in the value. So if you see, this is 6,700 around, and this is 7,800. Can you say this is close to 1,100? Though it is going to less than 1,100, but still I'll be writing this as 1,100. And if you see, this is 78 and this is 87. Can I say this difference is 900? Close to 900. I am not going to calculate the actual data, that is irrelevant. Yeah. So if you see, this is 87, this is 80, and I can say this is going to a decrease, so I'll be putting a cross over here. And if you see, why putting a cross? Because this is a decrease, you can see. And if you see, this is 8,000 around, this is 9,200 around. So this is close to 1,200. I am not going to the actual data. I am just looking at to the 100 value. Yeah, 9,200 and 8,000. So I am looking at the 100. And this is 92 and this is 98. This is around 600. So whether it is more than 600, less than 600, you do not need to bother. So if you see, this is, so I'll be looking at tan back C. Then do I have a PIPLA as a option? Yes. So I'll be looking at, this is 4,000, this is 4,000, 239, this is close to 200, yeah, less than 200. So if you see, this is 42 and this is 65. So if you say, what is half of 42? What is half of 42? That is around 21. So can I say this is close to, if you add a 2100, yeah, 2118, that is the half. So is it going to more than that? No. So you can say this increase is going to more than a 50% increase. Can you say so? All of you? Are you getting this? When something that is more than half of that. So what I am trying to say, so just calculate with a value of 4200. 4200 का half क्या होगा? 2100 होगा. क्या आप बोल सकते हो कि 2100 से भी ज्यादा है? ऐसे बोल सकते हो all of you? Can you say this is a more than a 50% increase? All of you please answer this, whether you are getting this or not. Please, all of you please be little interactive through the chat or through unmuting yourself so that it is easier for me to explain. Unless you'll be not showing some interaction, then I'll be not able to figure out whether you are getting or not. So this is more than 50%. So I'll be calculating this. This is close to 500. So this is not going to give, this is not going to give, because I got some answer that is more than a 50%. And if you see, this is get decrease, so I'll be cancelling this out. And if you see, this is 4185. So one thing that is given, it is a maximum increase. So this is not a percentage increase. So I'll be looking at the values. Yeah. So though still 2100 is still the largest one. So this is going to how much exactly? So this is, if you add it 22, this will be around 2200. Yeah. So I'll be looking at the other options, that is Mupin and Pipla. I'll be ignoring Dr. Medi for a while because that is not there in the option. So this is 22, this is 300, this is around 800, this is around 300. So I'll be ignoring this. This is around 900, I'll be ignoring this. This is around how much? This is around 2000, so I can ignore this because 2200 is still the highest. And if you see this is 6200, this is 9036. Can you say this is going to around 2800? This is around 2800. Yeah. So if you see this, look at the other values. This is 38, this is 56. So how much this increase is? Can I say this is close to 1800? Yes or no? And if you see this is just a 200, so I'll be ignoring. So this is a 300, I'll be ignoring. This is a 1100, I'll be ignoring. This is a 400, I'll be ignoring. If you see by value wise, this is going to the highest. It is not giving you the percentage, but there is one more question. That is the third one, that is going to give the percentage, but this is about the maximum increase. So value wise, this was 2200, and the highest value wise increase is going to Mupin. So answer is going to Mupin. All of you getting this? So you do not need to calculate the exact value unless that is required. Yeah. So if you calculate the exact value, that is going to take little bit more time. So you can approximate like this. Tejasri, yes. Sija, Sarisa, Sanjana, all of you clear on this? Sagarika, Parth, Duha, all clear, all of you? Yeah, okay. So, all of you quickly look at the third question. So this is the same question, but it is the highest percentage increase. So if you see, the options are also same. Also, options are also same. So we have two highest values. We'll be comparing this. Yeah, if you see this, what is, if you got this was more than 50%. This was more than 50% increase. So I'll be just looking at this, whether this is more than 50% or not. So among this is going to give me the answer. This, so I'm just using a different color. So if you see this was 50%. I'll be just taking whether this is more than 50% or not. If this is more than 50%, then I have to calculate the exact value. If this is not more than 50%, I do not need to calculate the exact value. How I'll be checking that? 60 to 100, उसका half ले लो. How much you'll be getting? 3100. क्या ये 3100 से ज्यादा है? अगर है तो 50% से ज्यादा होगा, अगर नहीं है तो ये 50% से less than होगा. So I can say this is going to less than 5100, but here it is more than 50%. So I can say Pipla in this case is going to the answer for the third one. I hope that is clear, all of you. All of you clear on this? How I got Pipla?
Yes, sir.
So what you can observe from this, that in DIE, though it is looking like a calculation intensive set, but you can skip little bit of calculation for different type of approximation. Yeah. So if you see this, the second question I am doing, all of you see. So what you have, that in the year 2112, what the share of Dr. Medis out of the total sale of the all the companies. So 2011-12, Dr. Medi, that was how much? 4100, around 4100. Yeah. So what you have to check, just calculate all the total. Yeah. In this case, you can use your calculator or you can approximate still with this. So what I'll be doing, I'll be ignoring this. I'll be putting this as 00. So I'll be getting a closer value. Yeah. But what you can see over here, if you are not calculating all the values are very much closer to each other. In this case, you cannot ignore this. You have to calculate the total. So if you calculate the total, how much you will be getting, that is going to, just you can use your calculator. I am using mine. That is going to 26,879. This is 26,879. Sorry, this is for 11-12, not this one. Sorry, my bad. I'll be calculating for this one. I'll be calculating for this one. That is going to 26,879. I hope that is clear, all of you. I'm just totaling this out using the calculator. So that is what percentage of Doctor's Medicare? Yeah. So if you see this, 6164 is what percentage of 26,879? So if you see this, all the values are more than 20%. So I'll be checking what is 20% of this. So what is 20% of this? That is going to simply double of this. So that is going to how much? 2687 ka double. 0.9 ka double. So that is going to how much? 5375.8. You can directly do this. 6164 divided by 2879 into 100. Just calculate this. That will be going to give you 22.9. But how you can do this with approximation? Just calculate 20%. So this is 20%. ये 20% से भी ज्यादा है. So just take a 1% or a 2%. So if you take a 1%, so what is 1% of this value? That is 268. So इससे भी ज्यादा है, उसका 2% ले लो. How much you'll be getting this? 2% of this, that is 537. So just add all of this. So if you want to write the exact value, this is 268.79. So I'm putting this as 0.79. This is 80 I'm putting, and this is 0.58. So you just add all of the value, I'll be getting 61.82 around. Yeah, you can see this is how much? This is 20%, this is 1%, and this is 2%. So if you see, this is 23% total, but can I say this is slightly lesser than 23%? Slightly lesser. I can put a cross mark for this and this. The answer has to be 22.9. Because this the difference between 6164 and 6182, that is not too much. So I cannot say that a 0.5 या 0.6 का difference आएगा, and I can say it cannot go below 22. Yeah, the 23 से slightly कम है, and it cannot be more than 23. So I can ignore all these three options and I can mark this as your answer. All of you clear on this? Duha, Pal, Parth, Sagarika, Sanjana, Sarisa, Sija, Sukhmit, Tejaswari, yes. Okay. So I think we do not have time right now. So there are three more questions that I'll be giving you the try. So all of you try that at home. In the next session, that is tomorrow, we'll be discussing the other three questions and we'll be discussing the other sets. Yeah. So with that, I'll be ending today's session over here. So I hope you understood everything. You do not have any doubt. Anything you want to ask, please ask me if you have. You can unmute and ask if you want to. Any doubt, guys? Okay. So I'm not getting lot of responses, only pass says no, sir. So I think there is no other doubt. So